Modern day stand-up comedy is shockingly bad because the most successful comedians in the world are no longer famous for their comedic skill alone. Nowadays, the biggest comedians in the world are famous mainly because of their podcasts, which spread like wildfire on TikTok, IG Reels, and YouTube Shorts in this new era of clip farming. Like there's hundreds of channels dedicated to clipping Joe Rogan's podcast alone, which have resulted in billions of views from around the globe. But that newfound fame doesn't really translate to traditional stand-up comedy, and it doesn't automatically make them experts of comedy either. In many ways, it's actually made them worse at stand-up.
American Redact has a point. I watched Tom Segura's special, and I guess over time you start to notice things, right? Because when I first started watching him, I thought it was really good. And especially the fact that he's able to do two separate shows, one in English and one in Spanish. That's such an amazing thing to be able to do, right? But when it breaks down to it, he does a lot of mimicking someone's voice, gestures, and that's pretty much it. Now that he said something, watching him talk about shitting or taking a dump, it's crazy. That again is low hanging fruit, and it just seems to me like that circle is full of low hanging fruit. What is going like it? And I don't think modern day comedy is kaput. I just think that the examples that you're choosing are. There's really great comedy out here. There's really good comedians. And yet we're putting our focus on the ones that make money. I do believe podcasts can hinder your stand-up. And I'm afraid because I'm doing my version of a podcast. But you have to do this in order to get a certain following. You want people to come see you do stand-up. You got to sell tickets. Your opinion matters, especially if you're in the field. Do I believe that the individuals in a certain group are not as good as they pretend to be? Absolutely. But I do believe because of podcasting, it helped blow up a lot of different individuals we would have never seen before. I mean, we can go from Joe Budden's podcast, Coming from Complex. We can talk about, let me think of another podcast that I really listen to on a regular. I can't think off the top of my head, but I just know for a fact that this is the way to get yourself out to the people. And is it going to take a hit? It possibly can. But would I rather be able to sell tickets? You goddamn right. But again, I think we've been bamboozled. We've been hoodwinked. We've been told that these individuals are the best at comedy, or these individuals have a valid say-so in comedy simply because their bank account has risen. But they're not the elite of comics. If you put them up against real comedy, will they be able to hold their own? When they're up against some real dogs, are they able to hold their own? And I understand that at that level, you don't care about that. You're like, I sell tickets, I make money, I have endorsement deals, I have my own alcohol, I have my own studio, and those things are amazing. And I strive to one day get all of that. But I would hope that because you toured this special for 2 years, and the best thing you could come up with is I sharded. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think modern day comedy is ruined, or is it just the magnifying glass on a small few? You tell me, put it in the comments, let me know what you think. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.
Until we meet again.